Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about nothing, we celebrating.
Hey, celebrating.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the PulseNation peeps. I hope y'all are having a fantastic afternoon, evening, and morning, wherever you happen to be across the world, guys. How's it going, my boy? How you doing, Westcott?
Bro, I'm chilling, bro. I told you, man, in the green room, I'm running out of things to talk about, man. I don't even know what to talk about today.
I think people are starting to finally come back to a realization of some calmness where, you know, they scattered some things into some meme coins here and there and tried their hand on a couple of them, and then they realized, I don't want to mess with that anymore, man. Keep to the script, dude. Stick to the script.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like it's getting boring out here now. It's like either you're going to buy and hold and wait, or you're gonna degen, and it's just like I don't know. Like I'm just chilling. So it's like now I gotta find things to talk about and then keep people entertained, and you know.
Well, the easy one to keep people entertained with, the simple, right from the jump. Where are we going, man? What's your prediction? Let's have some fun. Let's just kick it off with the prediction. Why don't we, guys? Should we kick it off? Let me know in the chats what y'all's predictions are as well. I'd love to hear this stuff. I love seeing where y'all think.
My bad. It just hit me. But yeah, way too loud.
Every freaking time, man. Every single time. Thank you. But guys, let me know what y'all's predictions are for any token, for all that matters, but the ones we're going to read out are Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX. We are curious to know where we're going to end up in 2024, 2025, and heck, guys, put us into a second year cycle. Where do you think we hit? Let me know the predictions down here. But Wes, let's have some fun, man. I haven't had a fun little prediction stream in a while, so let's just kind of pull up some information that I haven't checked out in quite some time, man. But what are your thoughts? Let's have some fun again. What are your thoughts on where we can actually end up going in the potential next few months?
Bruh, it's like, man. I see myself doing extremely well, but I can't speak for everyone because I don't know how much everyone's holding. You know what I mean? But
it doesn't matter how much everyone's holding because you got to be able to hold it all the way through, man. You could be holding 100 billion pulse right now, and if you can't make it till 2024, 2025, then it doesn't matter how much you hold in. You know what I mean?
That's true. No, very true. It all depends, man. So as far as X's go, I don't see why PulseChain and PulseX can't do 100x. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Everything is doing its thing. Everything gets to perform, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't see it. If anything, PulseX maybe doesn't, but PulseChain, I just don't see how it doesn't do 100x.
Right.
Yeah, but that's minimum. That's minimum, bro. But what do you think, man? You think we can hit that?
So yeah, man. So let's have some fun. So I was looking at an old PulseX prediction item that I had almost forgot about for the longest time, just because, again, I save some stuff to the desktop and, you know, we pull it up when needed or we take a look at it whenever it comes around. And so the one I had found, it was actually this little photo right here that says these are dexes of different blockchains. Okay. And these are how many X's they did in the amount of time. Now, this is missing some basic information. Is that from all-time low to all-time high? Well, I don't know. Look, guys, I'm not trying to get like super specific when it comes down to like all these different details. I'm just trying to look at a basic, broad, general view to allow myself to come up with some theory. So I'm looking over here, dude. I'm seeing like Spooky over here, freaking 128x, Uni 43x in 12 months, K 226 in 12 months. You know, I'm seeing a lot of 12 months. Look at the basically 4 out of the 7 items up here took 12 months to get there. Right. And so let's use that same math and look at the same system and say, okay, where could we see PulseX in 12 months whenever it hits? Right. And so I'm looking at it from there, bro. And I'm like, I could easily see the ballpark range of 50x, my friend. And again, even if we go based on all-time low right now, okay? So like basically I can even pull up this particular chart as well. So even if we end up going just based on PulseX alone, right, from where we currently are to where it actually ends up going, right? And let me actually switch this up, maybe switch it up to like a weekly so it looks a little smaller. Okay, cool. So this is what I could definitely see. Look, it hit all the way down here at 5 zeros. 5 zeros, y'all. 5 zeros and an 8. Okay,
Hold on.
that was the low, right?
That's our chart right now. That's how we look.
This is PulseX right here. Okay,
pretty,
this is how you're gonna measure. And
That's
so
pretty.
if we actually were to go and just figure out the 50x range on this one, then it's gonna be right about here, which puts it basically at 2 zeros. And I can actually get very specific with it if you wanted to, but it would be 2 zeros and an 8. Okay, if you really wanted to get real technical with it, 2 zeros and an 8. So 8/10 of a penny I could see happening, and that would put us in the ballpark of May of 2024 because we launched in May
2 zeros and an 8. Let me start doing some math. Hold on. go ahead. Go ahead.
Think about it. Like, I'm not saying a 50x from SAC, because SAC's all the way here, and that would put, again, like, to get a 50x from here, it would again needing to be quite a bit. That's actually more. That was definitely more. Give me 1 second. Because I only need to do this little bit here. So that's a 10x right there.
Okay.
That's a 20, 30, 40. Okay. So I was actually down lower.
Okay.
Actually don't need to go as high. I was actually going even higher than I needed to go. 3 zeros in a 4, my friend, or 3 zeros in an 8. 50x. 3 zeros, y'all. We just took off too. Again, I was looking at that. I was like, that math doesn't work out quite necessarily. That is freaking crazy, y'all. And again, like, guys, my friends, could you not see this being something that happens? Could you not see PulseX around here? 3 zeros and a 4, 3 zeros and an 8. Could you not see it? So I know I definitely can. That's less than a 10x from SAC, basically.
So you're saying 50x from the bottom or 50x from SAC?
I'm saying 50x from the bottom because I'm going to go based on bottoms. Look, man, if you're going to measure some stuff, we're going to measure based on where everyone else is probably most likely going to measure as well. And that's going to be from the bottom of the chart. And I'm not talking about launch of a token. I don't necessarily count that. We can go all the way back here. I don't know if people are going to chart down that low. I don't know if that's even a thing that people are going to count that. But I'm going to go where the majority of people at least had a chance to get in. Right. And so a lot of people had a chance to get in during this little time of Pulse Chain launching. All of this time was a massive accumulation zone, y'all. Massive accumulation zone. And so if I look at it from, again, just this standpoint of us hitting down here and us getting back up to any of these prices up here, again, folks, 50x is not too far away. Right. And so whenever I look at this chart or the image that I was sharing, where the heck did it go? Where did my okay, I can open it up again. Maybe I closed it. You know, you can just close some stuff. Okay, cool. Whoops. There we go.
No worries.
Share this one. Okay. So that's PulseX. So PulseX, I can see 50x. Let's talk about that. PulseX, I can see 50x, and that would be May 2024 timeframe. So that's kind of what I'm guessing. Now, could it take it until, June or July? Sure. Okay. Sue me. Like, if it's 14 months to get 50x, boo-hoo. Like, guys, calm yourself at that point in time, right? Like, I'm doing a rough ballpark estimate of what I've seen happen with previous DEXs in the past. I don't anticipate that we're going to have the massive run-up of 100x right from the jump, but I could see it going into that 2025 bull cycle. Guys, we're talking going into the Bitcoin halving, which is April of 2024. We're talking a month after that. That's what prediction price I'm talking about. 12 months. That's where I'm starting. And then 2025, if we hit 50x in 12 months, goodbye. I mean,
so wait, so
500x potential, like, you know what I mean? Like,
from today, 12 months from today, you're saying a 50x from where we're at right now is what you think?
No, I'm saying 12 months from launch. So it'd be May of 2024.
A 50x from right now? With these prices now?
From the bottom. Or whatever the bottom is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Which again, if you're talking about like where we're at in terms of like the difference between the bottom to where we are now, we're about a 2x higher. So it would be 100. It would be basically a 25x from where we currently are right now. To break it down in a simple way, it would be a 25x from where we currently are. It would be a 50x to the all-time low. And again, a 25x in the span of the next 6 months is pretty damn good, y'all. I promise you.
Pretty good.
I promise 25x is really freaking good.
Hey, some people are cashing out at that point.
And that's just PulseX, man. Like we haven't even talked about Hex. We haven't even talked about Pulse. That is just PulseX, my friends.
PulseX. Yep.
So yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that. Where you had the mindset, because I know PulseX is your baby.
That's
I know we got Frank Molina coming through. PulseX is his baby. You know.
Yes. You know, a lot of
Frank as well. You know what I mean? So
yeah. We missed the Pulse chain sack, so we just say, you know what? We rocking with PulseX. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
and to anyone who missed any sack at all at this point in time, build the 4 pillars, guys. Set yourself up. You don't want to be in a situation like we just had this talk yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You remember we were talking, we were saying that like anyone who's gonna see it, there's gonna be one that just pumps. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, everyone's gonna FOMO in, they're gonna change assets of one of the foundational pillars into the other pillar. That one's gonna immediately tank. This one's gonna start pumping. You're gonna end up washing yourself out and lose like half your bag. That's also in correlation to a 52-week shakeout between weak hands and 52 weeks. There's a lot of things that go behind the whole 52-week mindset, but 12 months is pretty freaking short term, y'all. So like, I think everyone should have been DCAing and should still be DCAing for at least the next 6 months, which is the 12 months in Pulse Chain launch. Like everyone should be DCAing for 6 to 12 to 18 months.
Absolutely.
Because when we started talking about the future, man, and that's what thing like people, you let someone shake out your convictions based on a few words, and that's crazy to me, right? That is wild. So that just means that conviction isn't strong enough. It's not solid enough. So you better find that conviction so you can last through the ups and downs. Because guys, going from like seeing your portfolio go from 10K to 8K, you're like, whatever. Seeing it go from like 10K to 2K, you're like, whatever. Because you know you can make that money up fairly easily within a certain amount of time through working. When you see that same portfolio do the same exact dip, but it's $1 million to 800,000, you lost 200,000, my friend, right? You didn't lose, you didn't lose until you sell, but that is a big difference, guys. And so start mentally preparing to see this happen. And to everyone who's been here with y'all, understanding, getting ready, mentally preparing, setting up the foundation in your head, mentally throwing some challenges of what if, what could be, where we're at, all the different scenarios. I don't know which way it's going to go, but let's just paint a picture of 50 different scenarios of what could be possible. And no matter what, the outcome is we win.
There you go, man. Well said. We've all been here for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't screw it up. Don't let it go to waste. Don't sell yourself short. Make it worth it. You know what I mean? Like, what else are you gonna do? You know, like I've seen this thing move up from the bottom. That's all I need to see. If you look at that chart that you just had pulled up of PulseX, it looks beautiful, man. It's just literally like it went down and it's curving the hell back up.
This is a beautiful, definitely beautiful chart. You formed a bottom. You finally hit that bottom. You got a nice bottom finally in, you know what I mean? So that way that floor is in. Ideally, these prices, when you say floor, should never be seen again. Just like you look at any other cryptos out there, y'all. Any other crypto out there, when they hit a floor and that floor is hit for a token that has good product market fit, the chances that you ever go back to those prices are 0 to like freaking 0.0001. You know what I mean? Like the chances are so slim and not in your favor, and not like when things actually make a bottom. That's why people measure from the bottom and say, here's what it's done from this point. Right? Because it's measuring from that floor that never gets seen again. And right now, we're only a 2x away from that floor, y'all. So again, if you're hearing what I'm saying, these prices are going to escape where you will never see them again soon. I don't know how soon, I don't know when, but I know in the future there will be a day that you will never see these prices again, y'all.
Bingo.
That's it. That is what you need to know at the end of the day. You have an opportunity in front of you now that you don't have to go back whenever the future comes back and say, I wish I would have, I wish I could have, I wish I had, I wish I did.
Bingo.
Do not live in regret like that, guys. Set
Every
yourself
look,
up for success now.
every coin has its day, right? And that's like, why not us? Why aren't we gonna have ours? We're gonna have our day too. I remember DCC. I listened to his streams. He'd be talking about Illuvium.
Yep.
And he'd always say, "Oh, it's a gaming token, blah blah blah. It's gonna go up, blah blah blah." Sure enough, it dropped to like I think $30 something, and what is it sitting at today? 105. 105. So it's just like it had its day, and it's gonna continue to have its day. The bull is not even fully here yet. When we have our day, good luck. Good luck.
Facts, man. And Frank, I want to say appreciate you as always, man. This is 100% true, y'all. Long-term hodl always wins. PulseX all the way. You only lose when you sell. And that's facts, guys. No matter what, at the end of the day, you don't take an L until you actually realize the profits. It's the same thing as liquidity providing for those of y'all who may or may not even understand that whole world, but there is such a thing called impermanent loss, and technically that is not really impermanent, or it is impermanent until you actually close. When you exit the position, that's when you make it real. Whatever the situation ratio is and all that stuff at that time, that's when you actually see that loss happen. So same exact thing happens with these tokens, guys. And the fact that you would even sell near these prices is like mind-blowing to me. And I get you're gonna have some people that are putting more money than they should into the investments right now, and they're gonna have to take some profits, and you know they've allocated more than they should and need to. And I get it, man. Like look at this, guys. Crypto is it's a degen behavior for a reason, because it gives you a dopamine hit. It's like when you receive a text message from a friend, right? It's like you get happy. Who texts me? Oh my God, I gotta read it. Who texts me? Right?
Yeah.
It's it's like a dopamine hit, no matter what. It's a reason why. And guess what else gives you dopamine? Drinking, smoking, gambling. Guys, all the freaking bad behaviors that are highly addictive is also with crypto.
Church, preach.
So please understand when I say this, find a mental health situation that is good for you, because volatility is in the game. 1000%. Seeing gains in green candles and red candles, they can have such an effect on your emotions. Don't let something get your emotions like that. Why are you letting something control you in that way?
Yeah,
right?
No, facts. Hey, look, man, I'm excited, bro. I never got to experience a crypto bull. I've heard crazy things about it. Dude, it's gonna be a doozy, man. It's gonna be a doozy. I'm excited, you know. But then you got people. So Bitcoin, okay, went to 69,000, and then you're hearing people say, "Oh, diminishing gains." Bro, like, you don't think we heard that when it was 3,000? You know what I mean? Like, we've heard this before. If Bitcoin goes above that 69 and touches 80 to 100,000, that don't sound like diminishing gains to me, man. That sounds like that thing is continuing to go above its all-time high. That's all I need.
This is Bitcoin right here, and this thing is, guys, let's just be real. Bitcoin is looking freaking good, man. Like since the beginning of the year, actually almost we'll say December, but really at the beginning of January, that's when it really started to hit that bottom again. That bottom was in. Now, one of the things it did that it hadn't done before was break its previous all-time high. So cool. We've seen something that Bitcoin has never done before, and now we've figured out that it is possible. So now we can assume that if we end up going back up, even if it does reach 80, 90, 100K, 120K, we could possibly see it dip back down below, because we've already seen it happen now. So if it does end up coming, you could see it come back down. But what if the low that it comes down to is somewhere in this ballpark of like 30K, and like it does a 70% dip still? Don't get me wrong, it goes from like, we'll say, 95 down to, we'll say 30K, somewhere in this ballpark, roughly 70% dip. That's pretty damn normal for crypto, y'all. That is pretty darn good. And again, like, that would actually break a lot of the metrics that I have, because I actually have this drawn out, folks, to where these are all the previous times where Bitcoin had actually done stuff in the past, right? And so you can see this was the first move when Bitcoin just absolutely tore faces off. And was
that's fire.
Right? Just absolutely tore, 94% dip. And you can see what the purpose of this is. One thing that you can see is that from the bottom to the all-time next high, the next peak is getting longer and longer and longer. So that's why I think that we could potentially see, not necessarily in 2024 or 2025, Bitcoin end up doing something like 80K. I could see Bitcoin hitting like 100K possibly in 2026, for example. Now, I currently have this based on how it's been going. And if we keep depreciating in the gains and the returns because of how it works over time, diminishing gains or diminishing returns, then we should only really see it kind of go back up to its previous all-time high. Is kind of what this is saying. But let's just assume this one's not here for a second. Then, guys, I could potentially see us hitting up into this 100K 2026, y'all. The reason why I say this is because the time has gone longer and longer and longer. So what I have down here, as you can see, we could potentially see the Bitcoin top date in 2026 on every situation that I have drawn out, from the lowest of lows from how long it took and before to the highest of highs, which all come out to 2026.
Man, that is a beautiful. What you got right there on the screen is beautiful, man. I know people are screenshotting that.
Yeah. I'll leave it. Nice. I'll leave it up for someone if.
Pause that right there. Let them get that screenshot. Ooh, that's pretty.
This is something that I do believe we could potentially see, because again, all I did was just take out how long it was from the previous days and how many days to the difference of what it was before. So you can see we got a 38% increase here, 13% increase here, 17 and 23. So if you just go on the low side of a 14% increase, we're March of 2026, y'all. And that could actually break not only a couple of cycles from people's expectations of 2025 being the top. Like Bitcoin doesn't necessarily mean all the altcoins are going to go until 2026. Let me try to make that clear, y'all. Most of the time, the way it works is Bitcoin has its halving, and then 18 months later, altcoins end. Okay? Now, that has no preference, at least at this time, or no bearing on how long Bitcoin's top is. The time frame is usually 18 months. So be prepared for every situation, no matter what, guys. Look at it from every freaking angle. Could you potentially see a possibility that you see it end up reaching only 2024 for us to hit the highs? Okay, what are you going to do to ensure that you take something? Because you have not waited this amount of time to just wait another 4 years. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, mind you, right? But a lot of the times, you could have done stuff and you don't want to look back at that and have regret. Regret's poison, guys. Regret is like fucking poison. It literally eats away and just tears you up inside.
I'm very lucky I don't dwell on regret, bro. Like, whatever I've done in the past, I just accept it and move on. Because if you sit there and dwell on it, it could eat, like you said, it could eat you up. For real. Yeah, guys. Yo, look, man, look. Nobody gets it right.
Go ahead.
I was just to say, nobody gets it right. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. No one knows the future. People are going to tell you things. It's going to sound like, man, that makes logical sense. And you're going to find out logic does not work here. It's just expect the unexpected. Be prepared, like ATX says. Like, be prepared for any scenario.
Yep, the 5 P's, man. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Simple. So No Name Pleb says it best right here, man. Thanks for being positive, lads. Much love to you as well. Got my family on my arse about these prices. Been rough. Haha. Look,
I
man,
bet.
I feel you. And No Name Pleb, I think all of us who had experienced the bull cycle last time have some family members that are on your ass over whatever the case may be, because they aren't involved like we are, right? And so they look at it from the outside perspective. Guys, I'm telling you, do not share this fucking, when y'all hit the bull market, don't be fucking sharing your porportfolios. I've just got, listen.
I might delete my channel. Linda, don't even find me.
Linda, listen. Guys, do not share your fucking portfolios with people, because it's not about OPSEC and security on your basis. It's about them coming at you whenever the bear market comes, because we know bear market's going to come. But then when you have someone harping on your ass who's constantly in your ear, nibbling away, it's like a devil on your shoulder telling you to do something bad, like go punch the kid in the face.
Right.
That's probably not a good thing to do, right? But eventually, your fucking devil in your ear keeps on whispering, and he's like, fuck it, punch the kid in the face. I'm just saying. I'm just like all of us have thought about. I'm just I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But guys, we talk. Hey, Marina and me talks about fucking eating babies and putting them in the oven. Whatever. Long story short. Long story short, guys. Short story long. Whatever way you want to say it. Be smart about what you do and who you share it with, my friends.
Bro.
This
Yeah. Big mistake. Don't do it. Not worth it. Don't think you're cool and you're winning. And I've got 100x. Bro, don't say nothing.
Yep.
Just take care of yourself. If you're doing well, great. And then once it's in the bank, whatever, you start telling people. Tell people you care about, but don't tell everybody. Like I said, I'm gonna lay low.
Even the spouse. Even the spouse, my friends, guys. I'm telling you, like. When you hit the money in the bank account, it's a big difference between showing money on paper. Because, like, imagine now we're in a better situation, and I'm blessed, and we're fortunate in this regard. But like, imagine being the Dogecoin millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude, yeah, Crypto Winter Bull. I'm gonna get to this in a second and what that actually maths out to, because now I'm curious myself.
Okay.
But so the Dogecoin millionaire, man, he was sitting there, and he gained his portfolio from fucking thousands of dollars to like $4 million. And he went on shows like Andre Jick, Graham Stephan. He went on like CNN tours and the news channels. Like, he had gained fame and notoriety. I think we know him now as Dogecoin millionaire, right? I think he's switched his name up now because he's degenning, and you can see his portfolio has actually gone down like 40% from what it was because he's trying to make up gains degenning. Neither here nor there. He went to have like 4 million, but he wanted to hit a round number. Sami says it best. He always wanted to hit a round number, 10 mil. He wanted it to be 10 mil before he took profits. And now he's sitting there where he watched it go all the way back down below $1 million at one point in time. Imagine losing $4 million or $3.5 million, guys. That affects you, right? Yeah. Pretzels go out to you, man. Salute to that.
Because, bro.
Because that is freaking wild, y'all. But like, that's in an asset of a meme coin that worked out very well. But we are in an asset that does have good product market fit and is a layer one and is a certificate of deposit on the blockchain. It is a decentralized exchange that handles all the transactions, the main transactions, the majority of the transactions for that layer one blockchain. Guys, we got the golden fucking tickets.
Hey man, look. Are people still using BNB? Are people still using Binance, Ethereum? Yes. So people are going to be using PulseChain and PulseX.
Yep. Okay. So Crypto Winter Bull's math on this one, guys. I love seeing the math on this because I think DCC was the one who started breaking it down in this metric of imagine how much you could get where you could see $2,000 to get 1 million Pulse. And I never really thought about like that ratio before because you just look at it from price wise. So let's just break it down. The current price of Pulse and everything is, if you want to get 1 million PulseX right now, it would cost you $17. Crypto Winter Bull saying $1,000 for 1 million Pulse, which would be a 58x, by the way. So congrats on that. I like the math on how that actually ends up playing out. He says, nah, 10,000x, fam. Look, I'm in the ballpark. I guys, if we get a 10,000x, kudos. I don't know how that would be possible in this cycle, but if it happens, I could see another 10,000x happening in Hex. Maybe not this cycle, but yeah, 5 years, 10 years. Got like, what are we talking about? Like who? A 10,000x? What?
Yeah, I see what Sami's doing. Like it's like he's not being bearish, but he's like, yo, dog, like don't wait for it. Like get some money now.
Yep. But
don't be the guy waiting for it. If you see some extraordinary gains, you see a 100x, or don't be like, ooh, cool 100x. Well, I'm still going to hold out for the 10,000. So I think I'm starting to see what some, like he's not really being bearish. He's very bullish, but he's just like, being cautious. I'll say that.
Yep. So Crypto Winter Bull's got the same math. It's about 50x for both Pulse and PulseX. But right now it costs you $59 to get 1 million Pulse, my friends. $59 gets you 1 million Pulse. Mind you, there was a period in time, y'all, where there was this thing called the sacrifice phase where for every $1 you got roughly about 10,000, we'll say, or whatever. So at a certain point in time, you could have $100 could get you 1 million Pulse. So You're getting a better deal than a lot of people who's had sacrificed, even at the current prices. I don't think people realize that because they've seen prices go up or decrease or whatever's going on lately. Prices have gone down. They're like, oh my God, guys, what a phenomenal opportunity. You believed in it back then. What made you lose faith now? Mm-hmm. And if it's just because things aren't going as fast as you want, that's not a good reason, my guys.
Mm-hmm. And back to Sam. Basically, what Sami is saying is, don't be the guy. Don't be my cousin. I have a cousin who says, "Oh yeah, PulseChain posted 10,000x. Cool. I'll put $30 in, and then my $30 will turn into $300,000." And that's what Sami is saying. He's like, don't be the guy to put $30 in and think you're going to turn it to 300K. That's all he's saying. He's not being bare. He's just saying you might want to put more in, you know. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe the $30 will turn to 300K. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, yeah. Right.
Nothing's off the table.
Yeah, dude. And that's funny when you say it like that. But yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you put $30 in here, you know, it's no guarantee you're going to be financially free in the next 12 months. But I know a lot of us watching put a lot more than that in. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so a 50x for PulseChain would put it right at 2 zeros and a 1. So guys, do some fun math. This is what I'm saying. Like, find some fun things to just keep yourself entertained. Because I know looking at this stuff is all fun, but I'm like, dude, you get yourself a bag of 100 million Pulse, for example. If not, multiply however many millions of Pulse you have times. So if you have 500 million, just multiply this by 5. Pretty easy there. But the way you do it, 100 million Pulse, you do that times 0.0016. That is turned into $160,000 that you could get potentially right now. Fairly easy. Guys, 100 million Pulse for $160,000. Right now, the current price of that, mind you, if you wanted to get 100 million Pulse, would cost you $5,900. And it turns into 160,000. And then you multiply that by however many millions of Pulse you have on top of that. So instead of 100 million, you have 500 million, for example. So instead of 160,000, you actually have 800,000. You see, like, these numbers start getting pretty incredible. But guys, for $5,900 to get the 100 million Pulse is attainable. My friends, I'm doing a daily DCA challenge right now, and I've been able to acquire 24 million PulseX during this time, since starting a $5 purchase every day since September 15th. It's not that difficult to attain. You just got to stay consistent and stay with it. Now, I'm doing $5 a day on principle, but what if you had the ability to do $10 a day? What if you had the ability to do $20 a day? And if you don't think you have the ability, go look at what you're spending right now and tell me you don't have the ability after you break down your budget. You're going to see you spent so much money on dumb shit.
Goofy shit.
You ain't got shit to show for it, shit.
Goofy shit.
Okay? Like, that's what we're talking about, guys. And that's what, like, listen, I had a goal of retiring before I was 38 because that was my whole goal in life. I had written it down. I had done so many things that said I was going to do this by the time I was 38. Retired by the time I was 35. Congrats. Finish it. But that wasn't the main thing. What started with it was the drive of how do I get there? And are my actions working toward my beliefs? Right? Like, if you say you want to do something, like say you want to go make $1 million in 2024, and then you go and you look, are your actions actually putting forth what you're trying to say? And you find yourself lounging on the couch, not doing a damn thing, watching the fucking news. Are you really going to better yourself and go make $1 million that year? Probably not. Right? No. Like, let's just be real. You haven't done anything to really try to go out there. And so, yes, we take the risk. Yes, there is reward. Yes, there is patience. Yes, there is delay. Yes, this is part of the crypto game. And that's okay, guys.
Bruh. And if you're still here, shout outs to you for waiting. It's been a long time. I dedicated so much time and energy into becoming rich and financially free these past 2-3 years, whether it was from reading books, watching hours of crypto videos, watching all the streamers, you know, learning from them. And that's what pisses me off about a lot of the people you watch. If you look at them today, they're not even talking about PulseChain anymore. That's crazy to me. But besides that, you know, before I went off on a little tangent, it's just I spent so much time into just like finding a way out. If this shit don't fucking work, bruh, I don't know what to tell you. I will go to UPS. I will get a job. And I will just retire there in 30 years.
Well, I'm gonna switch up my whole game plan. You know what I mean, guy? I'm gonna go become like a fucking golf caddy at a country club and put myself around freaking multi-billionaires and just get in my circle that way. Like, hey, I'm gonna fucking make it because that's what I will do, man. I will make it no matter what. Yeah, man. I'm gonna. Hey, man. Like I said, come bull cycle. If this didn't work out, hey, man. Me and Westcott.
Yeah,
you know, I'm with you as well, but that's it. But
we try.
I don't see that happening, guys. I really just don't. Let me say hello to a few more people real quick. Let me say hello to Terry Doc, Alan Fizme, Lord of the Ponzi. I should be more anonymous. Too much funny. Got the baby LVL bag. There you go. That's cool. Lord of the Ponzi, PulseNation, absolutely. Urban Productions. What's up? RGS. All right, I think I caught some. Crypto Khalil, TDM10. Yeah, guys, dude, so much love. Late 28. Hey, so much love, every single one of y'all, guys. Before we sign off to the beautiful people, Westcott, leave some people some fun information. And let them know when maybe we might be getting another drop of a song.
Oh, man, dude. Like, I'll be honest, man. I've been slacking. But, I gotta cook
something. Put you on the spot like that for shit to get.
No, it's cool. Like, I got stuff written. It just, I don't know, man. Like I got like a song about memes and stuff and how you should like be careful. It might come out soon. I'll see. But we'll
Either
see,
way, guys, just remember, go touch some grass, go live some lives, go have some fun. Remember that, you know, the crypto game is all fun. It's enjoyable for sure. But at the end of the day, what you realize is sometimes stepping away from the world of the crypto and the Twitter and all that drama and all the craziness and price actions and all that is actually better for your mental health as well. So don't necessarily, if you find yourself in a situation where you do find yourself being anxious and nervous and all this stuff, step back, step away, go take deep breaths inside, look in the mirror, tell yourself that you love yourself. And guys, remember, we're going to be here grinding with you as well. We absolutely love every single one of y'all. So much love, everybody. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch.